If you keep running out of time, there are two main reasons for that. You are either taking too much responsibilities from other people, or there are things in your life that subtly are eating your time. So in this video, we're going to discuss exactly that, so you can have more time for yourself or for your goals. As you can see in the previous video, we discussed how to be a little bit more organized so you can have a little more time. And now we're going to dissect in the parts that take a lot of your time, the things in your day-to-day life that you think that they're fixed for that particular thing and taking a lot of your time, and are not allowing you to have more time for the other things. Not having enough time usually comes due to two main reasons. You're taking a lot of extra responsibility. People have this natural tendency of making a job for one person a job for two persons, or something is just eating your time. We're going to start with the first one, taking a lot of extra responsibility. Some people just have this tendency of wanting not to do their job alone. Like, they always want help from someone. They can do that perfectly alone, they just want some help. If you're a nice guy, because this usually comes to nice guys, just always ask yourself, if I help this person, is this person still going to be fine? And is it going to be net positive or net negative for me? In the first question, you just have to answer yourself in the meaning, not is he going to die or not, excuse me for the language, but in the meaning of, can he do it by himself? Like, if it's just doing something on his phone, like, he can do it absolutely alone. If it's moving something heavy, like, yeah, sure, then he might need help. If you're unsure about that, you just have to ask yourself, is it going to be net positive or net negative for me? If you're going to get something from it, like not something like money or something, but you're going to have a bigger bond with that person, or you're just going to learn something from that, well, then yes, sure, help him. But if you're only going to lose time, you're not going to gain anything, then sure, don't do it. This is the thing of taking extra responsibility. Like, sometimes you have to put yourself in front of others. You do the stuff for the other people, but they don't do your work. Some people will use you, so you have to be a little bit smarter for yourself. Just learn to say no. It's fine to say no, and when they ask why, the most annoying question, you just can say, because I don't want to, or I'm busy. And this is quite good enough answer, because you have a lot of things on your to-do list, so you don't really have to explain yourself. You just can't put other stuff on your to-do list. Now, don't get ridiculous about that. When your wife is asking you to get her to the hospital, don't say, no, I don't want to. Like, get her to the hospital, But if someone else is wanting help from you that he can do absolutely by himself, well, just say no. Now, let's get to the most important part. Some things are eating your time. In the previous video, we discussed how your week should look like in order to achieve your goals. There are some things that are getting a lot of your time that you just don't know. Like, let's say studying is eating a lot of your time, or cooking or something like that. Answer this question, why is taking you a lot of time? Are you getting distracted very, very easily, or it's just very big as a thing for you to do? Like, it's taking you more hours than it's supposed to. If you are getting distracted for that particular thing, I have very smart thing for you. I want you to have a timer for every single task you do. Let's say you're sitting to study, but you know that you just constantly keep distracted. Every single time you sit, just set a timer for 1 hour. Whenever this timer clicks, you just stop learning. Whatever you have learned, whatever you have written, you just stop doing it, and you get to the next thing. At the end of the day, if there's more time left, you can go back and continue study. But after the timer rings, you stop doing whatever you're doing. And the reason for that is, you're going to train your brain to actually focus a little bit more. You know that for this amount of time you have to do X amount of work, so your brain is constantly pushing yourself to do that. I'm gonna give you a little example. When I'm doing certain video, I have to record it, and in order to record it, I have to have a script for that, because I'm also very, very busy. I've planned that I have 3 days to prepare that video. I have to do the research, I have to do the outline, I have to do the script. In these 3 days, I'm with 1 hour on, or 1 hour and a half. It just really depends what day it is. So whenever I start doing the research, or whenever I start writing down the script, I set down a timer. Whenever this timer rings, I stop working. And after 3 days, if I don't have a good prepared video, I won't be able to record. And when I'm not able to record, I will not post any video. which will result in my progress. So me sitting down and having deadlines is making my brain focus more on what I have to do right now. So it is not letting me distract myself that easily. I just remove my phone, I see my timer, so I'm just very, very aware that whenever this time rings, I have to stop. And if I stop and I'm not ready with that particular thing, well, I'm screwed. If you're keeping distracted, just set a timer. And if there's something that is very, very easily distracting you, like people around you, like your phone, like something else, just try to remove these things. Just try to remove the distractions, or just move yourself in some room that is quiet enough for you to actually get to study or to do your work. Now, if the thing alone is taking more time than it's supposed to, then you're kinda have to see it. Why is that? Are you doing it too slow, or you just have unrealistic expectations of how long it is going to take you? If you're just doing it too slow, with the time when you do something repeatedly, you're just learning to do a little bit faster. That's quite normal. But if you're not, you've done that repeatedly, but it's taking you a lot of your time, something is lacking and you have to find that. You're doing something wrong that you just have to fix. In this particular thing, I cannot give you any example because every situation is different. So you have to do a little of thinking and actually find what the cause is. But if you do something repeatedly, but it's still taking a lot of time, you have to find where you're making mistakes. So this thing takes a little bit less of your time. If it's something that you're physically doing, I can encourage you to record yourself. That doesn't mean with voice, with sound, but just to record yourself to see, what you're doing wrong, or where you're just doing some things repeatedly that they just don't make a lot of sense. Let's say you're trying to cook, but you constantly check the fridge, for something for you to eat. This thing is something that you can avoid. If you're subconsciously doing it, you're genuinely don't seeing it as a big problem as it actually is. So I encourage you to record yourself if it's possible. Now, if this particular thing is taking more time than you expect, well, you have to set your expectations a little bit higher. Especially if you're beginning in something, you want to learn to cook, and the recipe says that it takes only 15 minutes. If you're doing it for first time and you're first to cooking, well, it's definitely not going to take you 15 minutes. It's going to take you way more. So you have to have a little bit higher expectations. Now, some things naturally will take a little bit more. If you're trying to do something and to actually make it good, you have to have a little more time for these particular things. The idea is not trying to make it perfect, because there's never something perfect. There is just better than the previous one. You have to make it good enough to move on, and later on you're going to improve. But if it's just taking you more time than you expect, it is either you're doing something wrong, in the meaning of you just do something repeatedly that can be avoided, or you just have a false expectations of how long it is going to take. Now, if you look at your week and you just can come up in some amount of time to do your things, I quite encourage you to write down your week. What did you did today with timestamps? Like, I wake up at this time, I brush my teeth, I ate breakfast, I drove to work, I get to work, I ate my lunch, I did this, I did that, with timestamps. So you can see what particular thing, how much time is it taking you. For example, if you see that your lunch is taking you 40 minutes, you have to ask yourself why. Like, if you have prepared lunch, like you took it from home and it takes you 40 minutes, it's probably taking you that much time because you're just scrolling on Facebook while eating your lunch. You can eat your lunch without your phone, You finish it way faster, and you have a little bit more time for tasks for you to do. If you get to the gym and it takes you 1 hour and 30 minutes because you just take too many breaks or too long breaks, like, you can shorten them up. Make shorter breaks that you're feeling good enough to make the next set, and you just get moving and get moving. From 1 hour and 30 minutes, now you train 1 hour. That's 30 minutes that you can absolutely save. So you have to look at the things that you can squeeze your time in order to put them in our goals. Now, this may sound ridiculous, but this video is for the people who genuinely want to achieve more, but they don't have enough time. So squeezing time for the little things is the most time-saving tip that you can actually have. Squeezing more time from other things and just putting the rest time into yourself. Every other time, try to put as much time as you can in yourself. So this was for today's video. I hope it was helpful, and we'll see you in the next video.